Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the North East Non-League Show, sponsored by DJ Private Hire, Gateway Accountancy Services Limited, Elite Goalkeeper Academy, Motivate, Danny Lay, Plumbing and Heating, and now the Football Pink as well. Tonight is episode 93, which is all about the Football Pink and the return of it as well. And our guest tonight is Jonny Thompson. Jonny, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight.
Excellent. Good evening. Thank you for asking me.
Excellent. Few weeks. Really excited, and lots of people sharing the news, and I've seen it all over social media. But before we get up the paper, I always like to find out a little bit about our guests. Where did your love for non-league football come from?
So I've been involved in non-league football for quite a long time now. My club is West Lothian Celtic. It was founded back in 1928, and it's been a family thing all the way through. My great-granddad, my granddad, my dad. It's been a Thompson thing through generations kind of thing. So my son's been there. I'm not obviously involved in the club at the minute kind of thing, but it's the first result I look for on a Saturday to see how they're getting on. So I've been to all their grounds and been around there for a long time with allotment kind of thing. So that's where it's come from. It's a family thing. It's been ingrained in me from day one, I think.
Yeah. I think you touched on it there, the family. I think the non-league football North East, it's based on that, isn't it? You see now families going out to watch these matches. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It is fantastic, and it seems to be getting better. We've started doing a little bit thing with my son who goes out to watch football with me. While he was asking to go the other week, the go and make friends, the chat and the play kind of thing. It's fantastic to see so many kids getting involved now. It's fantastic for the future of the football in the North East kind of thing. It's never going to die off, is it, when we've got young people getting involved as much as they are. So yeah, it's really fantastic. It's becoming a much more of a family atmosphere, I think, now, and it's obviously a lot more affordable than Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, the big teams there. It's a lot cheaper and a lot better value, I think, for families and people. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's turning into that kind of thing. So yeah. I remember playing football at the back of Whitley Bay many years ago, kind of thing, and whatever, which is not even there anymore. So yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
No, it's you touched on there. I mean, my two kids always come down and watch down the hub, and it's crazy because every week they're just thinking, right, I wonder who's going to come today. Dad, we're going to meet someone from the away team. We probably are playing five-a-side with a bunch of people in the corner that they've met before, and it's just little memories that last with them, isn't it?
It is. Of course, it's that. The mix of them all the time. It's fantastic. Where my son's obsessed with getting high fives with the subs kind of thing. So if any players are watching and you don't give him a high five, you're probably going to be in the bad books. You just get quite obsessed with getting those high fives. It is they just go and play with anyone, don't the kids socialize a lot better than what you and I do kind of thing. They just go play and talk with anyone kind of thing, which is great kind of thing. I think the clubs that's in the league, the Northern League and the WS side and the Lions that have actually embraced that have got the good attendances, they've got the following kind of thing and whatever. Blue Star have got the 17, 18-year-old kids that have decided to play drums and whatever. They've obviously brought them through kind of thing. So it's fantastic. And obviously now loads of the clubs are affiliated to junior teams like North Shields and whatever have obviously now got involved with their juniors as well. So yeah, it's fantastic to see. It's great for the area kind of, isn't it? So it's the way it should be.
Yeah, I think it's just helping it grow so much now. I mean, you just go on social media at night or last night when there's matches on, it's just you're scrolling through for at least half an hour. There's scores, there's subs, there's this, there's that. And me personally, I just think at the moment the North East non-league it's just getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely getting bigger. It's definitely, but I think it's also getting more fragmented as well. I think the promotions of the Heaton Stands, the Ashingtons, and of the world and whatever means that there's more interest in different levels now. So there's definitely more and more teams out there, but there's more and more teams are stepping their game up on social media, on the internet, on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, on Instagram. There's a lot more content and there's a lot more people. There's people doing some fantastic things. Kind of in Dunson have got a great media team. North Shields doing a lot of work there. There's a few clubs that are really hitting the ground running kind of thing and whatever, and putting the professional clubs to shame. So yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. I think it's definitely because of the social media side of things as well. So it's really good to see and whatnot. But like I say, it is getting more fragmented. I think with clubs getting promoted and whatever, and the FA is a wonderful way of placing clubs like Kendal in random leagues for no apparent reason. So yeah, and whatnot.
No, but that's definitely. I know we were in just went in last night for a cup of tea in the committee room, and obviously you've got the scores on now on the live league. It's like watching Sky Sports News. No, it's absolutely brilliant. I just think where's this came from, and it's just getting bigger and better all the time, and hopefully it'll just continue as well. But,
absolutely.
It's really good. I mean, and one big thing which personally I can't wait to see it, and I think all happening is the Football Pink, and I think that's going to even help it go even more. And it's a comeback. I mean, where did the idea come from for bringing it back?
Yeah, it is a comeback. Although I've had to explain that to a few people because I think a few people are a bit younger than what you and I are, and don't remember the Football Pink. They don't remember the days of teletext results and waiting for the paper to get the full-time scores and that kind of thing. So it's interesting. So the Football Pink idea started, like, I've been asked to help a bit more with the Northern League's media. Mike Snowden stepped down from their media role. I've taken that role over with some fantastic volunteers, and Craig and Russ and Luke Dugan and Mark, and who are really putting a lot of effort into the Northern League football. And we've also working with the Northern Alliance, so I'm the press officer for them. Peter Mann just stepped down from that role, and we thought that since we're doing all this work for the Northern League and for the Alliance and whatever, it'll be really good to have one home of Northeast non-league football, one place to kind of that everyone goes and everyone checks. And because the leagues are getting more fragmented, you've got to check like the Gateshead score, the Stockton score, you've got to go in like lots and lots and lots of different places to try and find that. And Twitter's a bit of a nightmare in many ways to scroll through, and like it's 1-1 and then suddenly it's 1-0 and it doesn't put in a very logical order. So the idea of the Football Pink originally was a digital thing, to like collate all that together, put all the news in one place and have a real hub of Northeast non-league football. And then my arm got twisted into doing a printed magazine, which has proven unbelievably popular. Like the feedback we're getting from that's fantastic kind of thing. People have obviously got really good memories of the Pink, how it used to be. And like to see a digital, like a new reincarnation in a digital form, which goes out 3 times a week. It was twice, then it's got up to 3 times. And now the print magazine, like people have really got onto it and really seem to love it. The support has been absolutely fantastic. We couldn't have done this without the like literally there's probably 20 emails sat in my inbox that I've cleared through this afternoon anyway. There's people getting in touch all the time. It's really, really fantastic kind of thing. So that's where it came from, and we've got big plans for it going forward, hopefully.
Oh, it's really good. I smiled when you said about all in one place, because I think it was last Saturday. I came in I think I was at a match, and I came in and I went, he's half an hour going through different leagues, and then it just popped up the Football Pink with all this, everything listed. I was like, wow, that was amazing. Saved a lot of time. I think a lot of people would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're trying to do, and like, not just like it's helpful from like a user point of view, from like a football fan point of view. That's really helpful, but also the collective effort helps with sponsorship and stuff as well. We're hoping that we'll open the doors to sponsorship for leagues, for clubs, giving them a bit more like presence, a bit more eyeballs, because some people will go and look at the Gateshead score but won't be interested in the Northern League, or they might look at Northern League score but aren't interested in the Wearside League. Well, now by having it all in one place, you do see all the scores for every game and every league and every result, and you do take more interest. We're doing a vote this I would do every week for the Football Pink's team of the week, and usually that's dominated by the Northern League or like the Northern Prem or that kind of thing. Well, I've just seen the results come in, and this week the Whitley-based Sporting Club in the Alliance have won the second division kind of thing, and what they wouldn't have got that publicity 6 months ago kind of thing. Like people are like, they've really shared it, and obviously they've pushed for votes kind of thing, and what, but they're now level pegging with the Heaton Stands, with the Gatesheads, with the Hartlepools, with the West Lotmans, the Benfields, like the bigger clubs kind of thing. So they're getting a real, like, hopefully the same number of eyeballs kind of thing and whatever. So it's a bit more of a collective effort for sponsorship, a bit more collective effort for fans, a bit more collective effort for everyone that's putting something into the game kind of thing. Basically, it's how we see it going forward.
Oh, really good. I mean, I know I've seen some posts asking, can we get emails for youth teams and stuff like that? I mean, just tell people if they haven't seen it, kind of what's going to be in it as well.
Yeah, the email for the youth team was a bad idea. 35, 40 emails later after 10 minutes was, not the greatest idea I've ever had, if I'm honest. So again, it started off as just the Northern League and Northern Alliance. It's then obviously grown to include the Northern Prem, Northern and National League, National League North, the Blyes and that kind of stuff and whatever. And we thought, well, in for a penny, in for a pound kind of thing and whatever. Let's get the junior teams involved, because again, they used to have a Thursday session, the Chronicle, which is now non-existent. Like the press, the Sun, the Sunday Sun, the media is getting smaller and smaller and harder for non-league clubs and for junior clubs to get featured, and it's a really crowded marketplace. So we're now going to have junior clubs involved in that, and women's football is going to be involved in that as well. So like there's a digital one goes out 3 times a week, which features non-league and includes the win and the thing. But the printed copy is going to be hopefully on a month. Well, it's going to be on a monthly basis, but hopefully it's going to include the whole array of football, from women's football to junior football to Alliance. We've just partnered with the Wearside League to get them more involved as well. So that's the Sunderland aspect, the Northern League and all that kind of thing and whatever. So we've got an action-packed issue lined up for later this month, the 21st of September. It goes out. We're going to look at like topics. So we've got like Blythe Spartans, how they've just obviously moved the manager with Solano going. Although since having said that, then concert have changed and Ashington have changed, and seen some kind of domino effect the last 24 hours. We'll be looking at Shildon, like whether Shildon are going to go up this season. Like they've been close on numerous occasions. Is it their turn to now go up to the Northern Prem? Durham City, which we mentioned before.
Brilliant, yeah.
Like they've obviously been through a really tough time. They're really rebuilding. So they've asked us to go and talk to them about how they're rebuilding to a stronger foundation, which is fantastic. Interviews lined up with former concert manager Tony Fawcett, so hopefully we'll still get a chat to him. John McDonald of Dunstan's going to talk to us, like obviously known John through West London for a while now. Alliance-wise, we've got Newcastle East End. Tim Hutchinson got in touch and was telling me about their story and how they've gone from basically rock bottom of Division 3 all the way to now competing in the Prem and what they've done on the field, but more importantly off the field as well to develop that. So that's involved. Women's football I've discussed, like, but from my selfish point of view, I used to referee, I used to assess referees and whatever, so we're going to bring that into the game as well. We've got lined up for referees to cut a bit of personality behind them and hopefully explain a bit more of their background and just put kind of personality and some faces and names there for people watching non-league football. And then we're also going to look at junior football. Junior football was a bit controversial early in the summer. The Pinpoint brought in a few additional charges and whatnot, and they've got like a monopoly on junior football in the Tyne and Weir area. We've got someone who's looking at whether that's time to get some more competition into that as well. So hopefully we're going to cover the whole array of football. We're going to have something in there for everyone, and hopefully start stirring some conversation and like see what that kind of goes. So yeah, could be interesting. So yeah.
That'll be really good. Just smile when he said youth football. Obviously, I'm the manager of my son's team, and we just got the fixture. And I've got a free Saturday now until mid-December, so it's going to be a busy time.
Well, and so one person got in touch and said about junior football. Are you going to include junior football? And we obviously started doing that. And he was saying about like it'd be nice to have like written about their season and like a keepsake for parents and that kind of thing. And that's a real good point, kind of thing. Like your son, my son, will grow up in junior football for the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. It'd be nice to have something to look back on in 5 or 10 or 15 years about how they've kind of grown into youth football and how they've gone hopefully from youth football to senior football and that kind of thing. So yeah, so hopefully that like appeals to parents and that kind of thing and whatnot. And judging by my email inbox, it appears to do that. So it's good. It's good.
Very busy, and I imagine a lot of people that's kind of watching and saying, "Where can they get this? Where people can go? Where can they view it?"
Yeah, so there's like I say, there's 2 forms. The digital form comes out on Saturday night with all the tables and the results in, and it comes out on a Sunday with all the match reports. There's a match report from every single game in the Northeast in that, just a little couple of lines kind of thing, and it comes out on a Thursday with some more news. You can subscribe to that for free. That is on footballpink.co.uk/subscribe. Pop your email address in there, and it'll come to you by email all the time. And then we also have the magazine, which is out available on the 21st of September. We have released 250 collector's editions. We've got about 10 of those collector's editions left to go. And that they can get that from the footballpink.co.uk/magazine. It's £3.50 for the magazine plus £1 postage if you want it posted direct, or you can get it up at one of our collection points. And that'll be released on the 21st of September. But anyone who orders beforehand will get it a collector's edition beforehand, with a front cover that looks a bit different from everyone else's, and it's all individually numbered. So that people can keep it for years and years to come. So hopefully in 20 or 30 years' time, we'll look back at the first reincarnation of the football pink. When we're probably old and grey, but yeah. So yeah, that's how you can access it. The support's been fantastic. Anyone who wants to get involved, like that is the way to get involved. We'd love more people involved. It's fantastic. The more people can get out to, the better. I've got a target in mind of where I want to get to give us like the coverage. We really want to show the impact that we can have on non-league football in the Northeast. Should point out as well that it is becoming a non-profit organisation, so any money that's made through the magazine, that kind of stuff, will be available for grants for non-league teams in October and November time later this year. So we'll hopefully be putting out the Football Pink grants to allow people to buy equipment or access training or whatever it may be. It might be media training to help people get a bit more digitally savvy and promote their club, but that's the whole point, is that it's a non-profit that will grow and put money back into the game, basically, quite frankly.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Like I say, it's a very positive offer, but on the field as well. Like you look at players. I mean, we're just down watching the game last night, and someone scores a goal, and you see your name in the paper, like on the paper,
Yeah.
you see your name on the social media, and it's just little things like that where they won't say at the time that they're bothered about it, but when they go home, they check the Facebook, they check, oh, look, I scored, and they send it to the mate. It's quite big, isn't it, for like a non-league player to see things like this?
Yeah, it is. It's funny because they don't like they pretend it doesn't matter. Like they do say it doesn't matter. But the amount of messages I get on a Saturday that's like when the Alliance report the scorers, like, and if the scorer's spelt wrong or the scorer's not the same scorer, that kind of stuff, you'll get, did you get that it was my goal? Did you get it? Like, or like someone complained the other week and why they got robbed of a hat trick kind of thing and whatnot. Like there's like they do care. We got a really lovely email 2 or 3 weeks ago through, like, we run the Northern League News, which is how this all kind of started in the first place. Northern League News is like a digital newsletter that goes out on a Thursday. It includes an interview with the manager, the Crook Town managers in tomorrow's edition, and it has like match reports and that kind of stuff from the Northern League. That's how this all started. And it was from a player's dad, and he said that my son's been playing at Northern League level now for a number of years, kind of thing. Do you have any back issues in Northern League News because he scored a couple of goals at the start of the season? I want to see if it's written there. I want to keep it. I want to print it out from kind of thing or whatever. So that was really nice to get that email. Like his dad cares, like he wants to save that because his son's name in the paper as far as he's concerned. So yeah, that like really brought it home that we actually are doing something that people do seem to care about, kind of thing. Despite what players might think they do care, I think. So yeah, but it's good. Like. Someone again, Alliance got mentioned that we know through like different avenues and that kind of stuff. He'd scored 2 goals in 2 weeks and was absolutely gutted that we hadn't reported it. There was no report on that game at all. So his 2 goals got completely ignored, sadly. So yeah, they do care, and like it does seem to have an impact on the players and whatever, which I really hope it does. I really do. So we'll see. Hopefully it does.
No, and I can imagine as well that it's very positive for everyone, and I can imagine the chairmen, the managers, the teams, just everyone happy to get involved. I mean, we just go out and do the vlogs and stuff, and there's a couple of times where I've never even had the managers on our shows and stuff like that, and I'll be interviewing one manager, and I'll start walking over the pitch trying to introduce and say, oh, is there any chance you can do an interview for the North East Non-League show? Before you even get there, they go, oh, I'll do an interview for the North East. I'm like, oh, wow. And like, I watch it, man. I love the program. It's just, and it's little things like that where you've got the players watching it, the managers, and it'll be the same with the pink paper as well, where they're just getting more and more advertisement. It's going to help the clubs, hopefully help more people turn up to the games as well. It's just going to have a massive impact on the North East Non-League scene, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully it'll increase gates. That's the ultimate aim, to like the more and more people see the value in non-league football and they'll go and watch it, kind of thing, which then keeps the clubs afloat, kind of thing, because we all know how expensive it is to run a club. We know how much money it costs nowadays, kind of thing. So yeah, like the more the players can put in, the more the managers can put in. It's great. So some of the managers that we've dealt with for the Northern League News and that kind of stuff, like Eshwin and Bobby, like and like have been absolutely fantastic. They could not have put more detail into their answers. They're really helpful. They'll so accommodate into the questions we ask, kind of thing. They really get it, kind of thing. Like we're helping hopefully increase their budget. We're hoping that sponsorship will help give them more money to spend, help them improve the facilities, offer players better facilities, like, and hopefully keep it going. So yeah, the managers and the players buying into it's massive, and that's partly why we've started the Instagram to try and attract the players a bit more as well. So there's photographs of their games so they can see themselves playing, which hopefully will appeal to the Instagram generation of the world. And that's why hopefully the magazine has a massive effect as well, because they can keep that. They can look back on that in years from whatever, and hopefully it will be something that they'll look at, that they'll want to be involved in, they'll want to be in. We've just partnered, like I say, with the Wearside League, and the Wearside League have blown me away. Like there's so many people who've just got in touch and said they want to introduce themselves, they want to be involved, what can they do to help, kind of thing and whatnot. The Wearside League haven't got any sponsorship in their league, kind of thing. We're going to change that. There's no way we can let that continue. We'll give them as much courage as we possibly can, and we will help them get sponsors, which will then help them get better equipment and keep the league fees cheaper and keep everything going a bit better, hopefully, kind of thing. The Wearside League could not have been more accommodating. I spoke to them a few weeks ago and I thought I'd have to sell it to them, but within 10 minutes they were going, oh yeah, let's just do it, kind of thing. It wasn't difficult at all. So people are really starting to see the benefit, hopefully, kind of thing. So yeah, it's good. But then if any players or any managers are watching, please do get in touch. Would love to talk to you, would love to do more content and whatever. And as well, the other side of things as well is that we've got journalists and we've got volunteer writers. We've had 8 or 9 or 10 requests this last 10 days or so. They'll write, they'll help us do it, they'll help produce content. Newcastle Fans TV have offered coverage, NUFC.com have offered support, they're going to promote it on their website, kind of thing. People are really buying into it, kind of thing. It's really amazing how much community is involved in that. So the more people who want to get in touch, the better. The bigger we make it. Like, I'm a very ambitious person. Let's see what we can do with this, and let's see what it looks like in a year's time.
Oh, brilliant. I've got to mention as well, obviously the manager of the month that we're getting together as well with, and I'm sure it ends tonight as well. So I'm looking forward to see who wins the first ever award. I think the general manager Kenny Millier was winning at the time of last night when I checked. I'm sure it said there was 24 hours left, so I would imagine it might be done by the time the show ends. So we'll have to have a look to see who's going to win the first award. But it's just something special like that, where I know we did it last year for the first time throughout the season, and there's a couple of managers I met down the hub throughout the season after they won it, and they went, "Where's my trophy?" And I just had a bit laugh and carry on about it, but it was like, yeah, it's a good actually idea. Let's get a little trophy. And obviously, when we do send them through and they get them, it's yes, they'll keep it, but it's something special to say. You know, it is. I've given up my time to manage a football club. I've now won manager of the month, and look what I've done. And it's something that I would imagine that they'll take the club and show the players and say, right, this is what you've done as well. And it's just little things, little touches like that, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's the recognition, because they are, like, obviously managers and stuff, like players will get paid. They won't get paid a fortune though. Like, they are giving up their time for a lot. It's a lot of work. Like, having seen that, being involved with West Lotman Celtic, like I think with I started their reserve team and I was involved like in their senior team. The amount of work that the management put in, kind of thing, is insane. They just don't ever stop thinking about it, kind of thing. Like, it's not a good hourly rate. Like, it's a lot of work, and they put a lot of effort in. It's late nights, and like, it's keeping the boyfriend, the wife, the girlfriend, partner happy, kind of thing, and whatever. Like, it's challenging, kind of thing. So they do deserve that little bit of recognition, especially when they're sitting top or second or third. They've had a fantastic start. Like, Eshwin started well. Jarrow have had a fantastic start of the season, kind of thing. Tower are doing really, really well. Borough Rangers are doing fantastically well. It's a hard vote, because there's some people that have really, really doing a fantastic job, kind of thing. So it's good to see, kind of thing, and whatever. And the trophies, James, look fantastic. Like, look dead professional, don't they, kind of thing? Where we're punching above our weight, I think, yeah, kind of thing. So yes, and whatnot.
But no, I'll have to Mrs. Kenny, because I know they got beat last night, and I know we haven't. It hasn't been announced who's won it yet, so you can't blame us, because I know every manager, I think, that won it last season, the game afterwards, they lost. So in the end of the season, I think it was the following manager says, "Don't put my name forward, because I'm on a good run." I just don't want to win it. But I think we'll share the last couple of months it did turn things around, so I think they'll be happy to win it. But yeah, it's every month that we're going to be doing it. Like you say, every manager between now and the end of the season, getting a trophy. I know we're going to do it like last season in the group. You know, end of season awards. We had the team of the season, manager, goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, striker, the best club on the field, off the field, and the volunteer this year and stuff like that. It was fantastic. There, we did a kind of virtual night in the group, and it lasted for a few hours, but everyone got involved, sharing it, and I think there's nearly 7,000 people in the group now, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and sharing out. It's just going to be nice to see people get the recognition, but the little trophy to go with it. Really looking forward to that one.
Some people that, like, just to create a drum back, like, volunteer of the year is fantastic. That's a fantastic idea. Like there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes. Like, I know at West Lotman, they've got some fantastic volunteers that I've known for years and years and years, that have been around for 40, 50, 60 years, kind of thing, putting a lot of effort into it for absolutely nothing back in return. So, like, things like the volunteer of the year will be great, kind of thing. That will be like a little bit of token of appreciation from the people, kind of thing. Like, again, photographers for the football pin, we've had some fantastic photographs sent in. Now we're getting inundated with photographs come through. It's fantastic. We've got probably a band of 4 or 5 or 6 photographers now that's sending stuff every week, kind of thing, which is fantastic. It's great for the league. Again, they're giving up their time completely free of charge, kind of thing. They're really talented. They deserve to be paid. Obviously, there's no money to pay them, unfortunately. But it's just nice to see them putting so much effort into to promote the league, that kind of thing. So maybe we should look at doing like a photographer of the year as well, potentially, like going forward. But yeah, there's some fantastic volunteers in this area. It makes you really proud of what North East football can do, I think. Yeah,
and I think we touched on at the start and throughout the show as well. And I know obviously my shows go out every week, and obviously the paper now as well. And in the North East non-league football, there's always something going on. I think that's why we can keep doing these things. Managers come and managers go, and players transfer. It just never stops. Your phone never stops, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's interesting. When we first pitched the idea of Northern League news to the Northern League, their biggest objection was there's no way you're going to get enough news to fill it in on a twice weekly basis and whatever. And anyone who reads it will tell you it's getting longer and longer and longer, because there's more that you can't fit it all in. There's so much going on. It's mental. Like, we had 4 interviews come back last week, which was fantastic. Like, that's the kind of response we want. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And then obviously the pink this week and whatever, like picking the headlines. Crooks last minute winner the other day. I rewrote my headline what I had in this week, like had it ready up because that wasn't the headline at 20 to 5. It was the headline at 10 to 5. It wasn't at 20 to 5 kind of thing. Like, there's always something going on. It's always dramatic. There's like we've just touched on earlier. A few managers now, unfortunately, have left their positions, kind of thing. Ashington and Concert and Nobby at Blythe and whatever. And it's never dull, is it? Never dull at all.
Crazy.
So
non-stop.
And it's only September, so long may it continue.
But no, Jonny, it's been absolutely fantastic coming on the show and talking about the pink. And like I say, I can't wait to keep reading it throughout the months as the season goes on as well. And just want to say, obviously, from ourselves at the North East Non-League Show, thank you so much for your support for the Manager of the Month as well. Really looking forward to getting that first one put out.
Excellent. So am I, looking forward to it. Thank you very much for your support. Like, what you're doing in the group is amazing, kind of thing. 6,000 people in there is fantastic. So hats off to you as well. So, but thank you for inviting me. It's been great to talk to you.
Brilliant. And everyone, like I say, please get across to the pink as well. We always put out the links in our group as well, so keep looking out for them and the links on there and get across and support as much as you can and help and supporting. But again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night as well.